It's June 21st, the solstice. What an appropriate time to be updating the progress in the hoop house and of the hoop house itself. You'll notice to begin with that the door on this end is missing, and that's because the cheap plastic I put on it last year totally disintegrated, and I replaced it on the frame, but I haven't yet reestablished the door on the hoop house. But we look inside and we see that the tomatoes are all getting up towards the roof. Our zinnias are in bloom. Our melons over here, this side, are looking pretty good. Well, take a little look at the melon first this time, because here we have an actual melon. And as compared to last year, we don't seem to be having that bacterial disease that totally did in the vines. So hopefully we will get more melons this time. And this is a melon called ambrosia. The cucumbers, as long as we're here, we'll see they also are not suffering nearly as much as they did last year. And these are Armenian cucumbers, and you can see that we actually have a few coming along, but this will be our first one to pick. Over here, on the other hand, are Persian cucumbers, our divas. We have picked a lot of these, well, a lot, 4 or 5, and you see another one. See my hand here, so you get an idea. That's a pretty good sized cucumber. Another two little ones down in there. Another one here. So, looks like we're in cucumbers for the season. And this is partly because we finally had about 10 days of warm weather. The first really warm weather we've had all year. So things are much slower than I might have expected, since this is 3 months since we planted things. The peppers are all doing very well. And we have different kinds here, including Carmen's, which that one back there, and I'll look over here because we can see actually that we have a little Carmen pepper already set on the planting here, right there. So, thanks to the Carmen from our friends in Vermont, David and Eve, who grew them last year. We visited them and they were fabulously productive. And the others are our jalapenos, and we have one red pepper here. So we're looking forward to many peppers. We have a little bit of basil here, which I had fresh pesto last night. When I make fresh pesto, I chop up all the basil, the garlic, put it, basil, garlic, pine nuts roasted, chopped up a little bit, and then grated Parmesan cheese and olive oil, and I put it all on right at the table so you can mix it to your taste, and they are fantastically delicious. These are the Sun Golds, and they're very vigorous as they were last year. Again, I think because of the cool weather, we have quite a few green ones, but not all that many. Here's a little red one down here, another orange one, a few more orange ones, but not really producing as they will be later in the year, we hope. Then over here on this side, we have one called, if I can't pronounce it, Nyagus, and it's healthy, but there's not a whole lot of fruit, and you can see the early blight is continuing down there, but not up here. I'm hoping more tomatoes set, but there's not all that many. Now this one looks like it's going to be a real winner, and this is Kellogg's breakfast tomatoes. And you can see we have a really good setting of fruit on here, and there's more in the back, more up in here, and the plant is very healthy. Now, what is not doing it all well is the brandywine, which has really suffered a lot from that early blight, but you can see, unlike some of the others, it only has like 2 tomatoes really that are set and very small. We have more here that may set, but it's not doing all that well. Hopefully it'll come on later. And again, the next one, the Donna, is also kind of slow to set much fruit. There's some down there. There's a few up here. But it's not really producing in the way we hope it does eventually. Now, the one that is really producing is the Amish paste, and it actually produced so much that I noticed today that it had weighted the vine down, and we see here, because I didn't tie it up properly, the vine is actually split there. However, I don't think it's going to affect it, because I think it's been split for a while, and I've now tied it up much better. And I can see that there are others I need to do this with. This is the other Amish paste, which was much smaller than the first one, and now it isn't so much smaller, and it's got a pretty good setting of fruit also. Over here are Stupidaceae, and they are doing well. They have quite a bit of fruit set, and they've produced a few tomatoes for us to eat, and I see a few more, and lots of clusters of tomatoes up the whole thing. So I'm expecting to continue to get lots of tomatoes from this. So overall, things are mostly looking good, but like every farming venture, some things do much better than others. And our zinnias here are really coming on. So this year we have a different variety, so I'm going to have lots of different colors, which agrees with me. So that's the June solstice report from the hoop house, and I hope to see you again in a month.